there. It's a beautiful day here in Virginia Beach, a Friday, and I just wanted to offer you some encouragement today. I'm heading out shortly to do my consulting work that I'm doing with a nonprofit client, and then I'm going to meet a friend for happy hour this afternoon, one of my best friends. But tomorrow, I am going to be speaking and leading holy yoga at a women's gathering at Grace Bible Church here in Virginia Beach. So I'm really excited about that, even if it means I have to get up really early. But what I wanted to share with you, it's something that popped out of a text message this morning from a friend. A friend that I've really just gotten to know recently said something to me in some texts we were trading about that I'm a survivor. And, I haven't felt much like a survivor recently, but I want to just encourage you when you go through a rough patch, and this is how I've encouraged my sons. I want you to lean in to those people, whether they are living or dead, who have that survival spirit, that spirit of, I can keep going. I can keep going. And in my own life, the two people who have been the biggest examples for me were both men of God. My father, Conrad Alberti, and my late husband, Russ Walton. And I just want to share a little bit about that. My dad, as most of you know, if you follow me long enough, was a prisoner of war. He was a survivor of the Bataan Death March, and he was a prisoner for 3 years and 9 months, a living hell on earth. And once he got through those early years of dealing with PTSD and alcoholism, my father had the best sense of humor. He was hilarious. He had the most positive outlook on life. He was an amazing public servant. And, he'd always say to my kids, brother, it's going to be a better day, going to be a better day. If I were in a not so good place and I would be venting to my dad, he would always say to me, honey, you need to get your mind in the right place. I channel him a lot. Sometimes when I'm having a good gut-wrenching cry, I find myself calling out to my daddy. And that's okay. That's okay. And I always remind my sons, when they're going through different things, think about Pa. Lean into Pa. Lean into Pa. Because he was such an amazing father figure to my children after we lost Russ. So moving on to Russ. Russ had a head-on collision in 1988. A dump truck hit him, and he ended up losing his right leg above the knee. He had been this amazing athlete, semi-pro bodybuilder, and that was a big test for us to lose a part of his body. I didn't know how strong I was until I had to navigate that whole thing. The hospital for 2 months, his rehab, shuffling my little boy around, getting substitute teachers from my classes. How I survived, I don't know, but I did it. And I realized that I was strong. And then Russ went on to become a master scuba diver. He learned to snow ski on one leg. He won a gold medal in the National Amputee Games. He and our friend Carlos Molita pushed themselves in customized wheelchair racers from downtown Miami to Virginia Beach, leaving no inch of road uncovered. And Jamie and I were a part of that for about 3 weeks of that 5-week trip. Russ showed me what it meant to move forward when the circumstances weren't good. And when I lost Russ, I had to lean into that strength. I'll tell you a little story that I've never told anybody. After Russ's car accident and we moved to Virginia Beach, he would have to travel out of town only occasionally. But my anxiety was so much from having nearly lost him that when he would go out of town, I'm almost embarrassed to admit this, I would put both of my children in the bed with me and lock the bedroom door, even though my house was fully locked down, and I wouldn't sleep at all. I was so afraid, and I think deep down, I was just afraid of losing him again. And so when I did lose him to the sea, I remember that first night lying in bed and just lying there saying, okay, Lord, this is it. I'm by myself now. I have two little boys who depend on me, and I have to learn to be alone. I had to learn to be strong. Now, I will tell you, I don't enjoy being alone that much anymore. I really don't. Particularly at night, particularly at night. But my message to you is when you feel that you are broken, when you feel that you are at your worst, first and foremost, lean into God. Whether you're Jewish, whether you're Christian, whether you're Muslim, we all have a God if we have a faith that we believe in and we lean into. And for me, that is the triune God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. But think about those people in your life, again, whether they're living or whether they're dead, that have been examples of survival for you. It's important. It's why God puts people in our paths. So just a little encouragement today. Maybe take some time to think about those people in your life. If some are still living, reach out to them. Write them a note. Tell them how you admire them. Tell them how they have been an example for you. Hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great weekend. There are always better days ahead. The sun always comes up in the morning. Have a great one. I can't get off this.